Integrated Laser Solutions wants you to optimize your laser ownership and your experience. We have trainers that have had many years of experience in laser training and in practice development, which is very important. They go hand in hand. Number one, we want you to be laser safety compliant because that's going to enhance your laser experience. We want you to have a better understanding with your lasers so you can optimize your laser treatments for all of your patients, being safe and also being effective. We specialize in customizing your laser training by coming out to your facility, training you on your lasers, on your time with your patients, with your staff. So it's a learning process for everyone involved in your practice. You can generate income and be trained at the same time. As a bonus, we also offer product integration ideas with the latest technologies that will help enhance your lasers and your aesthetic practice.
Most aesthetic practices have a class 4 laser, which is the most hazardous and the most dangerous laser. Now, the laser should not be feared, but it definitely should be respected. So you have to have a safety program that protects your employees and protects you, protects anybody that comes along in contact with the laser. Second reason is you have to have compliance with federal, local, and state agencies. The American National Standards Institute sets up these rules and regulations to own a laser in your office. It states that any medical facility that has a laser must have a laser safety officer and must have a safety program. Agencies like the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, which is OSHA, every state has a representative of that organization, and they enforce the standards that ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, makes up. Then you have your state and local agencies will also add laws to that and then enforce it. So being compliant with these agencies is mandatory to avoid any type of fines or having your business affected by not being compliant. And what we do at our company is we set you up so you can be compliant. When we conduct a training, after the training, you will be compliant. The next reason is to have a safety program is to prevent legal liability. Now let's suppose something unfortunate does happen while you're operating this laser, and let's say that you've done everything that you were supposed to do. You have no negligence whatsoever. If you don't have a safety program, you have just developed an avenue for continued litigation just on that basis alone. So it is imperative that you have a safety program if you have a laser. And the last one is to educate laser operators that they know all the safety that is involved with running that laser, especially the class 4 laser. A successful practice begins with the basics. It's not just for laser science or operating a laser, it's with anything that you do. If you don't know the basics, you're not going to have the confidence to run whatever it is that you're running. As far as a laser goes, since you're dealing with a very sophisticated piece of equipment that is potentially hazardous, you want to know how to work it from just a very basic level, and that's why we teach laser science. Second reason, you want good outcomes and patient satisfaction, because that's what it's going to be all about. That's the bottom line. You want that good outcome, and if you know what that laser does, you know how that laser operates, you'll be able to get that outcome. You also need knowledge for patient education. If a patient asks you about what you're doing, you just don't want to be somebody just holding the handpiece and not knowing these things. You want to be able to tell them you know what you're doing. You have the confidence to say, yes, this is how this is working, this is what we're going to do, and it makes them feel much calmer while you're doing these procedures. And then it is an easy transition to hands-on training. So when you get your hands-on laser training, you know what the instructor is going to talk about because you've had this already, you've had the basics.